Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Chats with Children. I hope you're safe and well today. I'm delighted to be joined by Oxford Global's Hope McLean, who is the conference producer for Biomarkers UK 2024, which is upcoming on February the 29th to March the 1st in London. So we thought we'd do a preview of what people can expect to see if they attend. So Hope, first of all, good morning. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you very much. Now, first question, for people not familiar with Biomarkers UK as an event, can you give viewers an overview of the event in terms of who it's targeting, a bit of the history behind it?
Yeah, of course. So Biomarkers is our flagship event within our Biomarkers series, and hopefully it'll be kicking off some really exciting content for 2024. It's been running for 19 years now, so it's in its 19th annual year. And for anyone that is familiar, it used to be hosted up in Manchester, so that might ring a bell for some people. In terms of the sort of content that we're looking at, we're going to be looking at all sort of applications of biomarker tools and technologies for drug discovery, as well as patient treatment. So we'll be looking into sort of highlighting case studies that are currently going on, as well as sort of covering a wide variety of therapeutic areas, including sort of NASH, oncology, neuroscience, and rare diseases.
Right, okay. So if someone's watching this, though, they'll be thinking, well, actually, that's quite interesting, but I know you actually help put the content together. So from your experience, and looking at the sort of program content you put together this year, what are some of the trends that you have seen develop in this space? Because obviously, when you put the content together, it's often what people are coming back to you with in terms of what they think is interesting for people to learn more about. So, what are some of the trends that you've seen in helping you put
Um,
the content together?
Yeah, so I think one of the biggest trends I've seen is the expansion of neuroscience across the agenda. We do have a track dedicated to biomarker identification and validation in this area, but it's really great to see that it's moving across into sort of the clinical development and clinical trials tracks, which usually sort of historically have been quite oncology dominated. But it's really great to see the growth within this area and be able to highlight it.
Right, fantastic. Now, let's talk about the tracks though. So you mentioned one or two there. So what are the tracks that you have running at the event, and also who are some of the key speakers?
Yeah, so we've got 8 really amazing tracks. So the first one being about identification and validation of biomarkers across both days, focusing on different therapeutic areas. But then we've got tracks highlighting new and emerging biomarker technologies, as well as biomarkers for diagnostics and biomarkers for precision medicine. We've also got a clinical trials track and a clinical development track. And then finally, we've got 2 tracks focusing, one on imaging and digital pathology, and the other on multi-omic approaches to drug discovery.
Right, and are they all are any of them new for this year?
So they're all, fairly long-standing because of the event, but we have tweaked. So we introduced the clinical trials element to the track rather than just focusing on the clinical development. And then the imaging and digital pathology isn't new for this year, but has really grown in its standing this year. So it's really great to see that. Um, and then I guess in terms of the speakers, we've got some really great speakers on board, but off the top of my head, I'm trying to think. We've got the Chief Scientific Officer from Monument Therapeutics. We've got the Executive Director, sorry, from Pathology from Merck. And then finally, I think we've got the Senior Vice President of Hummingbird Biosciences coming on.
Brilliant. Now, look, apart from the talks though, which I'm sure will be very good, what else do you have running at the event which will help engage delegates and get them to learn more and network with each other?
Um, yeah, so obviously we've got the talks, but what I've really tried to encourage this year is all of the interactive sessions. I think it's really great to be able to open things up onto the floor and have discussions. So we've got some really great panel discussions going on. My sort of favorite one being sort of a reflection of when biomarkers development fails, which I think is a really interesting opportunity to look at not only the success stories that we'll be hearing, but also the challenges in getting there and how people overcame them. but also we've got some looking at we've got a workshop looking at biomarker analysis, and then we've also got looking at a panel on patient-centric biomarkers in clinical trials. But there's many more. If anyone is really interested, they will be in the agenda and highlighted.
Fantastic. Now, in terms of the digital element of the event, how much of the event is available digitally, either concurrently or on demand after the event?
Yeah, so we won't be streaming the event live, unfortunately, but what we will have is ability to access the event after the event has happened through our Plus Pass portal. The sort of offering gives you access to a year-round access to all of our biomarker content. So you'll be able to see some amazing presentations, as well as also being able to access our online monthly discussions.
Right, fantastic. Now, finally, someone's watching this going, oh, that's all quite interesting, but I'm still not sure. Why should people register for Biomarkers UK?
Um, I think Biomarkers is such a great event because it's really almost a one-stop shop for anything to do with biomarkers. Anyone that sort of works with biomarkers, they will find what they need there. It's a really great and sort of expansive event. We focus on so many different topics and so many different therapeutic areas that it's a really great opportunity to connect with key opinion leaders from across the biomarker landscape. And so you get a great look at all the different sort of strategies for biomarker discovery and development.
Fantastic. Now, one thing we did forget to mention, so I better mention it, or they'll be very upset, is that you have also got a very vibrant exhibition floor with lots of great vendors there who'll be showing
Yes.
new technology as well. So you mustn't leave them out. So they're there as well. Look, thank you very much for that, Hope. That's really good. And there you go, viewers. Look, Hope did this without any real prep. So you've got to give her lots of credit for doing it. So well done. If you want to learn more about Biomarkers UK, then click on the link above the video. And as Hope said, you can have a look at the agenda and see the various speakers who are there and the topics. And then if you want to register, click on now because there's still some space. And hopefully I will see you there in London on February the 29th. So I hope it's lovely to see you. Hopefully I'll see you in person, as I say, in a
Yes.
couple of weeks' time. Viewers, thank you for watching. Until next time, as always, stay well and stay safe. Bye-bye.